Welcome to the Martini Mortgage Podcast, episode 127, called 7 Financial Freedom Reasons to Own a Home. My name is Kevin Martini. I'm a certified mortgage advisor, NMLS 143962, and producing branch manager of the Martini Group at Cardinal Financial Company, NMLS number 66247. This Episode 127 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast was inspired by a report I read, which was called The Journey Towards Financial Freedom. I would imagine that financial freedom is top of mind for almost everyone that is listening right now, as it should be. I truly believe to create wealth, to create generational wealth, one needs to own real estate. After all, we all need to have a roof over our head. Some will rent that roof, and there will be some that will own that roof. On the journey towards financial freedom, there is a misconception about the role that homeownership plays in building wealth. Spoiler alert, homeownership has an active role in creating financial freedom. Let me start mixing this cocktail, and let me dive into the Kevin Martini 7 Financial Freedom Reasons to Owning a Home. 1 of 7 financial freedom reasons to owning a home is net worth. Do you know what the single largest supporter of wealth creation between 2016 and 2019 was? The data clearly indicates that housing wealth was the largest driver of household wealth, which increased families' net worth materially across every income group between 2016 and 2019, which is the most recent data at the time of this recording. There is a significant wealth gap between one that owns a home and one that rents. Let me be clear. There is nothing wrong with renting, and there is a time to rent. However, it is my opinion that time is not now. The data is clear. The net worth of a homeowner is exponentially greater than that of one that rents, and the gap just keeps getting wider. In 2010, the net worth of a renter, according to the Federal Reserve data, was $6,010. And the net worth of a homeowner was $203,850. A homeowner had $198,000 more in net worth in 2010. In 2019, again, 2019 is the most recent data, a renter had $6,270 of net worth, where a homeowner's net worth was $254,900. That is a $249,000 difference. Let me say it another way. The net worth of a homeowner is more than 40 times greater than that of the average renter. 2 of 7 financial freedom reasons to owning a home is leverage. Housing is one of the only leverage investments still available today. Simply put, leverage is the use of borrowed money to increase the return. To illustrate, let's assume you want to buy a home in Raleigh, North Carolina, and the home is priced at, say, $500,000, and you have 20% saved for illustration only. Now, I say illustration only because myself and my business partner and fellow mortgage strategist, Logan Martini, we help families every day secure a mortgage with them putting less than 20% down. So let us look at the transaction in detail. You would buy a home for $500,000 and you would put 20% down. that is $100,000, and you would get an epic mortgage rate on the $400,000 with the Martini Group. Now, let's fast forward, say, just 1 year. In other words, you got the home and you got the mortgage, and you are moved in and living in it, and you have lived in it for 12 months. For the purpose of conversation, let us just assume home appreciation is 5%. This $500,000 home you purchased just 12 months ago is now worth $525,000. Assuming this is your only asset, your net worth is now $525,000. Now, think about this. Let us say you did not buy that $500,000 home in Raleigh, and let us assume that you purchased a $100,000 home for cash in Raleigh 12 months ago. Using that same 5% appreciation in the previous example, then your net worth would be $105,000. Make sense so far? With leverage, you made $20,000 more and lived in a $400,000 more expensive home. Let me share a quote from the Joint Center of Housing Studies at Harvard University on this topic. And I quote, "Homeownership allows households to amplify any appreciation on the value of their home by a leverage factor," end quote. 3 of 7 financial freedom reasons to owning a home is you're paying a mortgage anyways. Now, this is one that is crazy simple and so very obvious, but many people miss it. You're paying for housing whether you own or rent. Here is a fact. When you rent, you are paying for a mortgage. You are just paying your landlord's mortgage for them, along with giving your landlord profit. Right now, I mean today, many loans are approved with the Martini Group with a low down payment and even with someone that has a bump or a bruise on their credit. In addition, it does not matter if you're working with me or with Logan Martini. We both offer, as your mortgage strategist, a no down payment option too. I have firsthand confirmation that bad things happen to good people. And that is why I proudly offer a special home loan program to families that had a hiccup. I have personally helped families when their credit score was as low as 550. The Martini Group also offers community lending programs via Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. To name a couple options, Home Ready and Home Possible are 2 amazing programs with low down payment requirements. You would be surprised at the home loan solutions that we can help you with. To learn more, give me, Kevin Martini, or call Logan Martini by dialing 919-238-4934. 4 of 7 financial freedom reasons to owning a home is forced savings. Every month when you write the check for your mortgage, you are not only paying interest, you're also paying principal. When you pay principal, you are reducing the amount you owe. Let me illustrate. If you purchased a $500,000 home and you put 20% down, and for example, let us assume a 4% rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage. Again, at the time of this recording, mortgage rates are less than 4%. I'm only using 4% as an example. With that said, in this example, your principal and interest will be $1,909.66 a month. Every month when you make your mortgage payment, you're retiring your debt every month. I call this debt retirement forced savings. You are making a forced savings deposit of $576.33 a month. Again, in this example, you are making a forced savings deposit of $6,915.96 a year. 5 of 7 financial freedom reasons to owning a home is potential tax benefits. There may be substantial tax benefits to owning a home and having a mortgage. A unique financial reason to buying a home is if you itemize your taxes, you may be able to deduct the mortgage interest you pay. Now, assuming you are in a 28% tax bracket, and for illustration only, this would mean that your monthly tax benefit for a $500,000 home that we've been discussing would be $373.33 a month. The annual tax benefit would be $4,479.96. When you rent, there is no tax benefit, nor the ability to write off your rent on your federal or state taxes. However, do not fret. Your landlord most likely will get the benefit, and I'm sure your landlord is thankful for you all participating in their forced savings. Oh, by the way, if you're a first-time home buyer in North Carolina, you may be eligible for a tax credit for up to $2,000 a year for every year that you're in the home as your primary residence. Now, not all will qualify for this tax credit, but many do. When you give the Martini Group a call, ask myself or Logan about the first-time homebuyer tax credit. 6 of 7 financial freedom reasons to owning a home is a hedge against inflation. Home ownership is a hedge against inflation. Let me define inflation. Inflation is a general increase in prices and a fall in purchasing value of money. At the time of this recording, there is a debate if inflation is sticky or transitory. To be transparent, it does not matter because inflation is here and seems to always be present. Housing costs and rents have tended over most periods of time to go up higher than the rate of inflation. And for this reason, owning a home is an attractive proposition because it provides a hedge against inflation. And finally, 7 of 7 financial freedom reasons to own a home is locking in your housing cost. Buying a home and securing a fixed rate mortgage will lock in your principal and interest costs for as long as you live in that home and have that mortgage. If you are buying a home today at a very affordable time in history, yes, you heard me properly. Right now, affordability is not the challenge. Now, granted, today, homes are a little less affordable than they were last year. However, when you consider inflation in the equation, homes today are more affordable than they were in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and for much of 2000s too, with 2020 being the exception. Why was 2020 the exception? Simply put, historic low mortgage rates. In 2020, there were 16 new mortgage rate lows recorded, making mortgage payments very affordable. Guess what? Home loan rates today are still epic. It is very important for you to know this. The housing price or the home price is only one component of your monthly housing cost. The other major component is your mortgage rate you lock in. The current home loan rate environment is keeping affordability in check, and today, mortgage rates are low. But it is my opinion, mortgage rates will not stay low forever. In closing, it is my educated opinion that owning a home provides the strongest foundation for building generational wealth and financial freedom. Now, is homeownership right for you and your family? I do not know, but I do know is that you owe it to yourself and to your family to get educated on the options that are available. If you want or need help, the Martini family is here to help explore your options. My name is Kevin Martini. I am a certified mortgage advisor and producing branch manager of the Martini Group at Cardinal Financial Company, which is located in Raleigh, North Carolina. However, I help families all over the U.S. I provide the families I serve with trusted advice, with a frictionless digital mortgage process that provides them with certainty. You may have questions about what you have heard in this episode of the Martini Mortgage Podcast, and that is awesome. I am here to help you and invite you to give me a call directly at 919-238-4934 because I believe there is never a substitute for getting educated on the process of buying a home and getting a mortgage. Thank you. Thank you for listening. And please share this episode of the Martini Mortgage Podcast with someone you care about, and thank you in advance for leaving a 5-star review. Now it's time for the disclosure. Let's see how quickly I can say it. This material has been prepared for marketing purposes only. This is not a loan commitment or guarantee of any kind. Loan approval and rates are dependent upon borrower's credit, collateral, financial history, and program availability at time of origination. Rates and terms are subject to change without notice. Corporate address 3701 Arco Corporate Drive Suite 200, Charlotte, North Carolina 28273. Cardinal Financial Company Limited Partnership MLS 66247. Branch address 507 North Blunt Street, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27604, and you can reach the branch by calling 919-238-4934. For a full list and more licensing information, please visit cardinalfinancial.com/licensing. Equal housing opportunity. For more information about me, Kevin Martini, with the Martini Group at Cardinal Financial, visit www.martinimortgage.com or call 919-238-4934.